Warning, this episode is a little longer than the others, and you may need to pause to think, discuss, and rewatch portions to fully grasp the concept of each commandment. As a whole, it's slightly less offensive than the other episodes and more informational, aka slightly less entertaining. So enjoy. Put that over there.
Debating faith can be extremely exhausting and simply just blow up in your face. Because sometimes faith is held as empirically certain, but without any empirical evidence to support it. Thus, when challenged, it goes straight to... So, protect yourself and ensure a somewhat more productive discussion with
the 10 Commandments of Rational Debate.
These 10 laws will help keep the discussion in the more rational part of the brain. Interesting point. Rather than setting off emotional activation in the amygdala. No, that's wrong because it's wrong. So, commandment number 1, ad hominem, Latin for to the man. Now, when you pull a corporate bank heist and you want to impress your associates, you can say, we're sticking it ad hominem, guys. Yeah, it might be too much for people to see a mask and a gun while watching a video on faith. Snowflakes. Commandment number 1 of rational debate reads as follows. Thou shalt not attack the person's character, but the argument itself. OMG, Elder Johnson, no one here can take your argument of grace seriously because I know you listen to Katy Perry. Elder Johnson! Elder Johnson! What was that? This person is attacking someone's choices rather than the argument. Killing the messenger does not kill the message. Your Eminence, long live your holy reign. The Persians are attacking on the outer boundaries of the kingdom. It's okay, don't believe him. He listens to Katy Perry. So, commandment number 2. The straw man fallacy. Thou shalt not misrepresent or exaggerate a person's argument in order to make it easier to attack. We should let everyone read the Bible so we can each see the truth for ourselves. You want the public to interpret the Bible in a way that will make us look bad. Enemy of the church. Burn him. Commandment number 3. Hasty generalizations. Thou shalt not use small numbers to represent the whole. Look at those suicide bombers. Islam is a terrible thing. Or, those Westboro Baptists. Didn't know Baptists were such angry people. If we use small samples to represent the whole, we will get an inaccurate representation. Commandment number 4. Begging the question. Thou shalt not argue thy position by assuming one of its premises is true. For example, God exists. The Bible says so, but why should I believe the Bible? Because the Bible was written by God, who exists because the Bible says so. Yes, another one for Jesus. Personally, it was difficult for me to realize I was doing this in my own faith experience. I now believe I can hold some things as subjectively true, but that I must be honest and open regarding their subjective nature.
Like fire, the subjective is of incredible value until you carelessly forget its nature.
Commandment number 5. Correlation does not equal causation. Thou shalt not claim that because something occurred before, that it must then be the cause. Example, Kevin had cancer. We then prayed for healing. Kevin then got healed. Hence, God exists, cares for us, and Kevin, and intervenes in our lives. What about the millions of people that pray and don't get healed? No. See, Kevin was sick. Someone prayed. He got better. Great. Correlation? Yes. Causation? Maybe, but in no way provable.
Never doubt what nobody is sure about.
Commandment number 6. False dichotomy. Thou shalt not reduce the argument down to only 2 possibilities when there is a clear middle ground.
Either you are with us or you are with the
Marshmallow.
For example, you're either certain there is a God or you're certain there's not. Pick a side, mister. Unfortunately, there is typically very little room given for middle ground when it comes to wading through theological issues. People desire certainty, and they want to have a team to operate with and belong to. So false dichotomy is a rather common occurrence in these discussions, and agnostics get ridiculed for not being more dichotometric. Commandment number 7, ad ignorantium. Thou shalt not argue that because of our ignorance, our claim must be true or false. For example, what we call dark energy and dark matter is holding the universe together. Dark matter is proof that God is holding the universe together. This is the foundation of the God of the Gaps argument. Can't explain something? God did it.
If that's how you want to invoke your evidence for God, then God is an ever-receding pocket of scientific ignorance that's getting smaller and smaller as time goes on. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
This is holding a lack of explanation as evidence. Commandment number 8, burden of proof reversal. Thou shalt not lay the burden of proof onto him or her that is questioning the claim. For example, Kevin does claim that God healed him from cancer. Shantae says, we can't be certain of that. Kevin says, you can't prove me wrong, Shantae, and until you can prove me wrong, I'm right. Shantae then starts to beat her head against the wall. Look, Kevin, we are happy that your cancer is gone, and you are absolutely free to believe what you choose to believe. But if you want us to accept your belief and place it in the realm of objectively true, you will need to produce objective evidence.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Commandment number 9, non sequitur. Thou shalt not assume that this follows that, when they have no logical connection. For example, everything we have to know God comes through subjective means, but we then often express our faith as if it were an objective certainty. I don't believe there's any logical connection to express faith as objective when our knowledge does not support that posture. That would be a non sequitur. And finally, commandment number 10, the bandwagon fallacy. Thou shalt not claim that because a premise is popular, therefore it must be true. For example, just because Brad Pitt is an atheist does not make atheism any more legitimate. And just because Oprah believes in God does not make belief in God any more legitimate either. I get it that it's nice to have someone to look up to and then kind of use their opinions to help emotionally support your own.
I believe in barbells.
So, take these 10 commandments and apply them to how you believe and see if you can find any gaps of reason in your own process of belief, theist or atheist or agnostic. Really give it a go. You may find you have some leaks in that boat and prevent the... Thanks again for watching this process of struggling with deconstruction. Maybe it will lead to... Who knows? My only hope is that truth will win over my own pride or desires. Please hit like and click subscribe. Also, if you want to financially support us,
Get up here and give that money so you can be blessed.
you can do so through Patreon. The link for that will be in the description below somewhere or on the screen, depending where we put it. Honestly, we need your money because I don't think any company is going to touch this with a 10-foot pole, because this is the kind of stuff that you don't talk about at Thanksgiving dinner.
Can't force a religious belief on me. Whoa!